Hey everybody, I just want to go over what I use for night fishing on piers or from docks. Uh, Night fishing is really fun because a lot of species, they like to eat a lot in the night, and you can throw just about anything, and because they can't really see too well, they'll eat just about anything. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the basics of what you're going to need. I have 3 rods which I typically run. All of them are about 8 feet long. One is 7 foot 6 inches. The rest of them are 8. I have 2 spinning rods, 1 casting. This is a Shakespeare Tiger rod with a 4,000 size reel on it. Puts out about 15 pounds of drag. 40 pound braid to 30 pound fluoro. I have a bucktail on there. Okay. For my larger fish rod, I have a Penn Battle 3800 on a medium heavy Berkley big game. 80 pound braid going up to 80 pound fluorocarbon. This is really nice. I can really fight the fish well with this. Hold on, let me just adjust the light. Yeah, I can really fight big fish well with this. It doesn't have too much bend. And it can cast 2 to 4 ounce lures. I have a big stick bait on there. Okay, and my third rod is the Striper Stealth extra heavy rod. It's a really nice rod. Don't got too much to give to it. And on it I had the Piscifun Alejos 400 or 300 with the Striper Stealth. It's a great rod. I have on here 50 pound braid backing, 80 pound braid, like 20 yards of 80 pound braid on top of that. A 8/0 BKK circle hook connected with 80 pound fluorocarbon. I have a large selection of things here, but first I want to go over the rod holders. Okay. I have 3 typical styles of rod holders. I have the bucket seat one. It has 3 PVC pipe cutoffs in it. That's what I use for pier fishing. I sit this down, I put the rods in it, and I can put the bait on top. I have this one. You can stick 2 rods in here, tie this part around the pier rails. It's good for some like trolley rigs. And I have the standard rod tube. Everybody loves this thing. You can stick it in the rails, in and behind the rails of the pier. Now let's get over to the stuff, the more advanced stuff which you're going to need. Whenever I'm using bait, I like to have these homemade bite alarms. They're just Dollarama clips with some bells on them. I clip these onto the line so that even if I get a little nibble, it goes. You're going to want scissors and pliers. I don't have pliers here, but I do always take pliers with me. This is in case you need to cut line or cut a bait fish, and the pliers are for de-hooking. This is a homemade underwater lamp. I'm only ever going to stick this about this deep, and I have it on an old spool of Berkley 40 pound. It's made out of a lamp and a jar. I just turn it on, lower it, and it brings in bait fish, which bring in the bigger fish. You don't necessarily need an aquatic lamp, so long as you have something like a spotlight. I got this on sale. Normally it runs for $40. It's IPX7, so it's fairly waterproof. It's really nice. I always bring a pair of binoculars with me, just in case I want to see far. This isn't really anything I use specifically for night fishing. This is also really good for day fishing if I think I see Jack Crevalle's, or if I'm looking for a school of fish moving in, so I can get ready. This is something you don't really need. This is a pair of night vision goggles. They were about $200. But it is nice because they do zoom in, which means I can, at night, like instead of using binoculars, I can try to find a school of fish with this, and I don't have to carry around a light because it just goes on my head. That's what I like to use. And there is one last thing. This homemade LED panel light. I made it with a PVC board, a few PVC pipes, and a piece of wood, as well as an LED light strip. It's capable of being angled, so if I'm fishing and I want to bring in some bait fish, I can stick this just under the rails and tilt it down. It's nice to have, you don't need it, but it's nice to have. And yeah, that's all I use.